Hey guys, it's Davis from the Czech community and welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about the fellowships, how you can join a fellowship and what benefits it brings to your city. So take a seat and subscribe to our channel so that you always keep it up with latest news from Elvenar. Joining a fellowship should definitely not go aside in Elvenar, as it not only offers a variety of features that you can take part in, but it is also a place where you can chat with other players, help each other and analyze strategies. When joining a fellowship, I recommend you to always take into consideration what the ranking position of your desired fellowship is and what your Elvenar experience and current progress looks like. Aiming for high position fellowships as a new player might not be the best idea, as these usually have high demands, as for performance in fellowship activities, so for the participation in features that you might not have yet unlocked. Joining a fellowship that is close to your current progress might be a better starting point, where you can, at a very acceptable and friendly level, get better over time. Once you find a fellowship, you should properly think about how you want to express your gaming capabilities and your gaming activity. You should do it by sending a worthy message to the leader of the fellowship, in case they haven't stated otherwise in their fellowship's description. Sending a message always throws a much better light on you, instead of just sending a request. Now, I'm going to show you two examples which are the most often used contradictory messages that I'm receiving as a fellowship leader, which, in my case, when I'm hiring new members for the fellowship, play a crucial difference in the way I perceive the player. In the first example, you can see a very flat message. The player visibly didn't spend much time preparing the request. It makes me feel like he's just trying his luck and not being much interested in actually obtaining the spot after all. Now let's compare it with a better structured message. As you can see here, this player is willing to highlight his strengths, mentions several features where he can play well, and immediately gives the leader a certainty that this player does realize what it means to be a beneficial member for the fellowship. The other way to become a member is to create a new fellowship. Creating a fellowship doesn't cost you anything, but before you get into this, you should think about the responsibilities that come with it. It doesn't cost you any diamonds, neither any of the in-game resources, which means there is already a lot of created fellowships out there, if we are not talking about the recently opened server, and it's more difficult for fellowships to find new members rather than for a player to find a new fellowship. Therefore, you should consider whether it's not easier for you to rather join and support some of the already existing fellowships. Once you are a member, you can start participating in a couple of special features a fellowship has to offer. Starting with the special occasions, such as the fellowship adventures, through the weekly events, as the tournaments and Spire of Eternity, which offer much important support for your game progress, to the daily business, such as the Neighbourly Help, which is what we are going to take a look at right now. Every day, you can give the so-called Neighbourly Help to all of the members from your fellowship. You can simply do it from the Members tab inside the fellowship window, and if the Neighbourly Help option is active, you will find the button in the appropriate line of the member. You can choose the building from his city you want to motivate. It can either be the main hall, which will give the player coins that he will be then able to collect, builders, which will reduce the time of the next construction process in his city, and finally, the one of his cultural buildings that will provide additional culture in his city. Sometimes you might spot that some of these options are missing. It might be either the main hall, in case the number of uncollected donations in his building reach the maximal number, so make sure to collect them on a regular basis. Builders, the number of construction boosts to be stacked depends on the level of the builder's hut, so keep upgrading the building to make this queue longer. Or the cultural building, in case all of his cultural buildings are currently motivated. Such a motivation on a cultural building is active for 8 hours. In case you would like to let the other players know which one of the free options you would like to receive a motivation for, you can simply put this as a note into your city name, which is always visible for the player who is given a motivation. Giving a motivation is free and you can receive additional rewards for doing it. For each motivation you provide, you receive coins and also supplies in case that player also provided a motivation for you during the last 24 hours. This way, you can receive a nice amount of supplies every day if you are exchanging motivation with other players on a regular basis. On the top of that, 3 of the first motivations you provide during the day also grant you a special chest, which contains either spells, relics or knowledge points. And with that being said, that's what I have prepared for this video, so thank you for watching, don't forget to join by subscribing, and I will see you next time.